expensive in gems. Kind of unpleasant.
What's your like? I liked that draft. Like that was probably my favorite draft that I've done at all ever with you, because we actually played 2 really interesting matches with like constant, pretty interesting decisions. Yeah.
That was interesting to you when we just drew land nonstop and couldn't do anything? That wasn't interesting to me.
Could have kept the spider.
Yep, we could have on a board where we just threw creatures at Ajani till it died with no value. We could have kept a 4-cost card that lets us draw 3 cards until we hit a creature that we could sacrifice to it that had a lower value than Giant Spider. I think that's insane. It was unfortunate we hit Doom Dissenter 1 turn after, but it could have been 3 or 4 turns. I guess we didn't have to have the spider on the board. Wasn't the spider preventing some damage? We had spider. What was the other creature we had? Spider and what? Spider and bog.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think he could have attacked us much earlier and killed us much earlier if he'd been a little bit more aggressive in those attacks.
Yeah, he didn't play very well, which was another reason that that game was really interesting to me, because at that point you start thinking about how you take advantage of the fact that this guy isn't playing very well to beat him with the stuff you have.
So I'm definitely going to draft again. I'm just deciding if I want to do competitive draft or quick draft. I think the rate of return is actually better on competitive draft, but I've just been getting massively punished on that. You got a preference?
Oh, I don't care.
Let's do competitive draft again.
Sure. I still prefer the actual matches with sideboarding.
Guys, I'm eating right now. I normally don't eat with the mic open, but I want to chat with Steve as we're doing that. But I'll try to be not too ridiculous with it. Turn the cam off. All right. So we're drafting another deck. That's too bad. The only time we drew our demon, we won, by the way. We didn't draw our demon ever again. Poison Tip Archer really didn't do a lot for us that game, that draft. We got land flooded, what, twice? I don't know. Wasn't good. We have to hit 3, by the way, is the point where you get some money back. But 2, you get nothing. You just get packs. All right. See what we got. Totally unexcited by this pack.
Dark Dweller Oracle? I don't know what it is.
Exclusion Mage is good, but the rest I don't think are worth picking here.
Exclusion Mage does what? Oh yeah, that's a very good card. I guess either it or the Oracle, or like maybe
you like the Oracle?
Stag.
I don't think anything of his Oracle. I think most of the time you just hit land. I mean, I guess probably not most of the time. Probably about between land and spells, you're probably getting that less than 50% of the time. And it takes a creature and a mana. 2 and a 2/2, I guess, is okay.
It's like
the Bloodletter's
you
okay.
Put it in the black-red deck with Active Treason or whatever.
Yeah, no,
and
sure.
Reassembling Skeleton and stuff like that is an engine.
Yeah. Well, we could draft that. I think blue is safer than red. I think red is a pretty bad color in this format. Quite honestly, I think blue is quite good. I'd take Exclusion Mage and be happy. I think the Skeleton's okay. I didn't think it did all that much work for us. I actually preferred the Dissenters to the Skeleton in the games we played. Maybe if we got
the
some...
Skeleton's not good here. Like, the Skeleton gets very strong if you have things that you do with it. Well, it's not even very strong. It's like strong if you have the Dark Dweller Oracle as well.
Yeah. This card's amazing, the Stag, but I think the Exclusion Mage is actually better. I would snap pick Bonds here.
What's the rare? I don't know what it does.
It's junk. Works with Recurring Skeleton. Kind of.
Yeah, I would take Luminous Bonds, I guess. Gargoyle Sentinel does something. A Rapid Bite sort of does something.
I like Gargoyle Sentinel, but I haven't actually played it much, so maybe I don't like it as much as I think I do. On paper, it seems good to me. I see a Take Vengeance, a Sky Scanner, a Salvager of Secrets, second Rapid Bite. This pack's loaded. The Twins are okay, and the Shield Mare is okay. 2/3 for 3, that gives you 3 to 6 life, is pretty damn good with a secondary effective, can't be blocked by red creatures. Not that you see a lot of red creatures doing blocking, but you know, maybe. Salvager has been really good, but it's super slow. Take Vengeance is just quick removal, and Skyscanner's draw with an artifact, which has a shit ton of blue synergies for artifacts and white synergies actually. So I love the Skyscanner, but I could be talked into Take Vengeance or Salvager if you really want. If you want to speculate on green, Rapid Bite's pretty good too.
Okay with Skyscanner here. I like that it's an artifact.
Over Take Vengeance?
Yeah, I don't like Take Vengeance that much. It's hard to make the opponent's creatures tapped unless they've already gotten pretty good value out of them.
So we get immediate offers of a couple things. This card's, have you seen this card? It's really junk. It might be good later when there's more stuff that has counters.
Battlefield, remove counters. Loses all counters.
It's a 1/4
it's
body.
Like a 1/4 for 2, which is pretty good.
Pack Beast has nice synergy with Skyscanner. Seems really early to pick up a Pack Beast. Can get a dual land and splash green.
Like windmill slamming heroic reinforcements.
No, this card's fucking terrible for this everything we've drafted. It's okay with this red-white deck that never works that beat us twice somehow. So.
It is weird that it won 4 out of 5 games against us.
Yeah.
While never working.
It doesn't ever fucking... The first guy's deck made total sense. His deck was insane. Second guy's deck was what normally happens. It's just garbage. We just had no answer to flyers whatsoever in that last deck. Cat's okay. Comes a 2/2 and gives you life every turn. I have no idea what to pick out of these. The best card on here is Rapid Bite. And it has no synergy with what we're doing. I have 1/4 for 2 is okay, but I don't know if I want to pick it up. The Trusty Pack Beast is the only thing that has any synergy, and I like a 2/3 body. But I have no idea. You have any thoughts over there?
I think heroic reinforcements is ridiculous, and if I got it 4th pick, I would just draft red-white every time.
All right.
Are you just gonna get mad at me when you lose with red-white now?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, that's awesome.
What'd you do here? Maybe we'll make a red-white deck. I mean, I'm doing that on the...
Maybe Wind Mage?
No, a lot of good green cards coming around. Wind Mage is fine. 2/2 to a flyer for 2. I think that's fine. I'll pick that up if you want. I like Sure Strike. I think it's, again, one of the better combat tricks. It almost always makes your creature survive and almost always makes your creature kill stuff and sometimes is a finisher. I don't want to force red-white, though, just because we picked up this shitty card. So...
Yeah, I think Wind Mage is a better card than Sure Strike. I don't think Sure Strike's that good in red-white. Red-white's about making a bunch of stuff and then trumpet blasting, right? It's not about...
trading successfully. I could buy that. All right. Second green duel. I'd take the Pack Beast. Or I guess if you want red-white, like slamming into their face, the Dwarven Priest is okay. We have no token generators so far. So are you still on red-white, or do you want to hedge and pick some stuff that would work in other decks? Like Pack Beast and Priest are both fine, I guess.
I'm pretty sure I'm taking Minotaur, and I'm thinking that I'm like some combination of blue, red, and white with tempo-based, like attacking and killing.
Did you say Minotaur?
Yeah.
You're insane. Minotaur's fucking terrible. You want to go red, white, blue for heroic reinforcements and force it to work with Minotaur.
I don't want to end up being red, white, blue, but
so we have
I
two
think
solid
some combination of...
We have 2 solid blue cards,
those 3.
a solid artifact, and a solid white card. Why are we forcing red here? It's not even a token red. Like, if you want to go wide with red, go wide with red. The 3/3 haste for 4 is like not a great body at all. Has no synergy with any of our combat trick stuff, right? Because like the haste portion, we're never gonna have 7 for that. Like, what do you see in the Minotaur that I don't see? Because every time I've played that card, I've been super underwhelmed with it. At least 50% of the time, I can't attack with it with haste. So it's a generic.
I don't know. I would just like build a duck that could attack with it most of the time when it had haste. So like put lots of 2s and 3s
Are
and
we
4s.
are we even
and
remotely convinced we're playing red right now? Just because of heroic reinforcements?
I just want to build like a deck that can tempo a little bit. We took an exclusion mage. It's like okay-ish with exclusion mage. Took a wind mage. I'm not like sold on our white.
I think that's the best card in our deck right now. All right, I'll draft this deck for you. I wish we had done this for quick draft. All right, so you're looking at Make a Stand or Havoc Devils here. This has the wide synergy you want, but we have no tokens. I mean, this is a solid 4, but it's less solid if we're going tricolors. This is a solid 5 if we have blue. Salvager and Dwindle are both great. So is Divination if we're building our white-blue deck. If we're going white-red wide with blue, what would you like?
I think just Havoc Devils is fine.
Over Make a
I
Stand?
don't know. Divination is fine.
I think... okay. I guess I'm letting you draft and then blaming you for when I disagree
Yeah,
with
that's
it.
exactly what you're doing right now. Instead of us talking about a draft right now, you are asking me which card I'd pick and then telling me I'm wrong.
I guess I would have...
And like you've already
Holy shit.
established that you think the thing I'm trying to achieve with the deck is wrong. So you're like, anytime I try to build toward that, you're telling me it's the wrong pick.
Well, yes. Sorry, hold on a second. I'm dying over here. Right back, chat. I guess what I'm getting at here is the decision between Havoc Devils and Make a Stand. If we're playing red, white, wide, this fits red,
Well,
white,
I think
wide
we
to
might
me.
be red, blue. Okay.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry for that. I think I had some spicy food, and I think I somehow got some of that. Like I coughed and like got some of it up my nose, so I was like having peppers on. Okay, so you'd go Havoc Devils because it's a solid 4-drop here. That's what you're thinking. And we're more convinced about white, blue red than you are red white with a blue splash or something like that. I'm fine with this. I think this card is fine.
Don't take Havoc Devils.
No. I don't want you to back down on your opinion. I'm not trying to shit on that opinion. That's really not the point of it. It's just when we were seeing...
Okay, well, I don't play M19, have never drafted this deck before, and cannot be an authority on how to draft the deck while you tell me I'm wrong. Like, I'm not going to successfully draft a deck that way.
Do you like Spark Tongue Dragon, Trumpet Blast? So, okay, when I look at this, the egg I think is fine, but I don't think it's going to do what we want to do if we're trying to be aggressive with this deck. I like a dual land here.
Dragon.
You like the dragon?
Thing.
Okay.
Dragon's solid at least, yeah.
I think he's mediocre. I find him slow as a 3/3 flyer for 5.
Yeah, he is pretty slow. But we already have...
I think flyers are one of the ways we get...
reinforcements, and we don't have that much to say that we're actually using them anyway.
I agree. Although Luminous Bonds is almost enough to splash on its own. I'd splash 2 or 3 white removal. I'm okay with the dragon. It is an evasive creature. We are playing blue, white, red at the moment.
Go like red, white land for the bonds and heroic reinforcements, maybe.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at.
I think that's fine.
I'm gonna be talking to dragon.
Those are some really deep red cards. Like all 3 of those are decent-ish red cards.
Yeah.
I don't understand what is going on with Giant Spider in these drafts. Like, it's like the bots don't think it's a playable card or something.
I'd probably take none of these. You could talk me into Chill, Lava Axe, or Thud, I guess. Maybe even the Artifact. It's 2 for a 2/1. You want a 2/1 for 2? So Thud, sacrifice a creature, deal damage to the creature's power, sorcery speed. Uncomfortable Chill does draw you a card if you get rid of it. I guess that helps wide attacks, I guess. And Lava Axe is, you know, my deck's not quite good enough.
Lava Axe here. I'd probably sideboard a Chill right now, but I'm not sure how many synergies Thud runs into.
Like a 4/2? Or you want a Frilled Sea Serpent for finishing?
No, I like the 4/2.
Okay. You want a quasi removal, or you want a weak aura?
I'd just take the Night's Pledge.
Okay. It's the wrong color too. Sure Strike is a combat trick. Frilled Sea Serpent or Revitalize.
I'd rather have Sure Strike for the deck we look like we're drafting, but I think I would take Sea Serpent for like having the ability to draft blue cards in pack 2.
I didn't let you finish. Let's see, like we're getting them both, thankfully. But I thought you were saying I'd rather have Sure Strike, and I'm like, okay, fine. So there's some decent ones here for us. There's the Dual Land, the Shock, the Siegebreaker Giant, and the Gutter Snipe are all okay. The Take Vengeance is fine. Scholar of Stars, we do have one artifact. I look at this and I think, do we have enough for this? Probably not. I mean, this is the aggro card, right? We have pretty much nothing except combat tricks that trigger that. But we could draft around that. This card seems decent, but it gets traded with a lot too, as a 6/3.
We got 2 Sure Strikes.
You like it on the Giant then? Is that what you're saying?
I think that plus Sure Strike is a pretty good deck.
Okay. So yes on Giant.
Yeah.
Okay.
Over Shock as well.
Some big blue flyers in there. There's our first wide option we've had. That's one of my favorite 3-drops in the game. Djinn of Wishes, 4/4 for 5. I think it's probably worse than the Scholar most times. I guess it's cheaper, but I so rarely get to use that. I mean,
yeah, it is cheaper though.
Yeah, but 2 blue. 2 blue is not nothing.
No, it's definitely not nothing. I would either be going, yeah, I'd take Jin or Horizon Scholar, unless you really want to go like crazy hard into red-white, which I don't think.
I'd definitely pick one of these.
We have good reason to do. Yeah, exactly.
I just don't know.
So it's either. I don't think we care that much about our white cards if we take one of those.
Okay. So would you? I guess this is quicker. I love scry effects, but this is slower. I mean, are we trying to tempo them with these creatures? I guess we kind of are.
We used to be trying to, but it's gotten harder.
I think I'm still on Jin though. If you're looking for any sort of tempo play, scry's okay. This is okay too. Like sometimes you get a card out of it. Sometimes, rarely, 1 in 3. I'll take Jin if you want.
I think you take Jin, yeah.
Okay. All right. We've got Token Generator for red. We've got another weak flyer. We've got another duel. Hostile Minotaur. I don't love those cards. I love this. Wow. I like the Instigator. I don't love the other cards.
Yeah, I would take the Instigator, I think.
Bugler's solid.
Bugler.
Someone's
a 2 or less cost creature. 2 power or less creature. We don't have many of those.
Couple, yeah. Salvager's good too, although I don't think it has any synergy with our deck. All right, so you're leaning towards duel or Instigator? I'm sorry, I didn't hear.
Instigator.
Okay. There's a Take Vengeance in there. There's a Snapping Drake and a Wind Mage. There's a red-blue duel. There's another Instigator. All of those seem good to me. If I'm looking at this deck, I'm really looking at probably no whites, right? Maybe white just for Heroic Reinforcements, Luminous Bonds. So I don't really want to Take Vengeance with that. I kind of want a 3/2 flyer more than a 2/2 flyer. Especially with 3s and 4s.
Both Short Strikes right now, which I think makes the Wind Mage better than the Snapping Drake.
Okay.
but I also think maybe I just take the lake. We don't have any 1-drops. I'm not sure that we're gonna expect to get any 1-drops, and we could use the fixing. We didn't take a divination, so it's hard for us to dig into our deck for fixing our lands.
Although we're looking to probably be red-blue here. With a little bit of white. What are you worried about the fixing?
Yeah, that's my thought as well.
Okay. Alright. Sure. You want? I don't think I would lake over one of the flyers. I guess maybe we'll get some flyers back. They're both commons, I suppose. But I think I would probably... I mean, we have 2/4 creatures. They're not on the ground. I mean, they're on the ground rather not in the air.
Playables, right? 15 out of 40 cards. So we have 14 good playables.
Yeah, probably.
Pack 2.
Yeah. You take land, huh? Okay. There's that Brute I like. There's another Stone Quarry there if we want. That's the 3rd Stone Quarry we've been offered. That's kind of crazy. I'd take Brute. I like him as a 3/2.
You don't like Motivator?
I don't. He runs the same problem the Druids of the Cowl run for me. Which is a lot of the time you just draw him and he's not fucking useful. Like if you get him on 1 and you have tempos for 2, 3, 4, sure. But what do we have right now? We've got 2 2s. We have 1 2 that we can play. We've got...
It makes it really difficult for
3s.
people to attack you when you're ahead on the board. Like if you get in damage early, he makes it very difficult for people to not leave blockers back.
Every time I've played that card, it's been bad for me. I have had it played against me reasonably effectively, like twice. I will draft that if...
Yep, go for it. Do it.
Okay. Highland Lake or Instigator. Or Dwindles. This is kind of awkward removal. It does prevent attacking removal. It's pretty bad at if we're attacking into them because it gets them to block still. It's like a combat trick, I guess, in that sense, but it's on their terms. You want another land fix? You want an Instigator for another 2?
Oh.
Thinking? What are you thinking about right now? What's the decision?
Like what our deck does and how it wins.
Yeah. At the moment, it wins through a little bit of early game aggro and then a bunch of air aggro, I think. I don't know that in 4 we're actually going to be able to attack with either of these creatures ever. But maybe. It's like our 2s. If you think about how this is going to go, we have no 2. 98% of the time.
Yeah, so like we might need Instigator. We might need Instigator
and by the time
I
we
don't
hit
know how
3,
much we get out of Instigator in blue-red.
Well, we're trying to tempo them. Oh, I see. You mean, yeah. Well, we're not totally done with white. I mean, we're pretty done with white.
We can probably play Heroic Reinforcements and then get 1 more Trumpet Blast and Instigator gets good, but I'm not sure that's good right now. But I want to take a 2-drop. Like,
I think it's fine as a 2-drop.
The thing this deck doesn't have is 2-drops.
No, let's take that.
But that's not a
pretty
good
easy
2-drop yet. That's all.
Yeah, but it's
Inspired Charge. Oh, we can't play
double
it.
white.
Fuck.
Not playable. You want Essence Scatter?
Yeah, Essence Scatter seems fine with everything that's going on.
Splash Black for the Brawl Bash?
Probably not.
You want your Dragon? I don't want a 3rd Sure Strike. It's not that or maximum hand size. Blue-white duel?
Yes. Unless Scholar of Stars is good enough for us.
It's not good enough with one artifact, I don't think. I mean, if we get an axe in the 3rd one, it could be. We have 4s already. This is not exactly a very threatening 4 is the problem.
Oh, it costs 4? Holy shit, never mind. I thought it cost 3. I can't quite see the mana costs on my screen with how big I have you.
You want a Millstone for a 2nd backup plan when we lose? Or you want another for Sea Serpent and probably not play it? You want to throw in a mill just to like make them sideboard and artifacts?
Take Millstone for the sideboard and maybe we can get the enchantment that mills as well.
Sure.
And that is a thing for some matchups.
You want another white dual land for fixing?
We can play like true 3-color control with 4 tap lands.
All right,
think.
it's in.
We don't have cards for it, but we might someday.
We like a falcon for the early damage. Turn 2 because we only have tap land for white, but still.
I'd take it and probably not play it.
Yeah.
Wow.
You want a
Just
4th
really
tap land?
Can't get away from these lands. I wish that there were cards in our deck that made it good to play 5 tap lands.
You want another? Do you want a raw 3/2? I don't.
Not in white. I guess we take another one. Like maybe we get
Nice.
some sort of planeswalker and we get a deck that actually makes sense with these lands. Maybe.
Yeah. All right.
Otherwise, we probably like cut some.
We get 2nd bonds with all those white mana. That seems decent to me. And maybe
fine.
cavalry comes around again and we get some token generation at 4.
We'll get. Ooh, how good is mirror image in this format?
Pretty good. It triggers off of.
Not as good as bonds though.
I don't think so. I'm not with our deck, right? So we have the 1 on entry effect, right? I guess 2 with the dragon. Like it's mostly exclusion mage for us, but there's a lot of other things that trigger with that. It's just we don't have any of them. So there's Demon of Catastrophes over there. You want to splash black? We could start picking up the dual lands right after. Alternatively,
Electrify seems like a good card.
yeah, for sure. There's a red-blue, triggers off stuff. It's a pretty solid red-blue, but...
Yes, I would take Enigma Drake.
Would you? Did we have enough for it? Like, we only have like 2 or 3. We have 2
You
sure
have to
strikes.
get like 1 instant and sorcery for that to be a good card, and then anything above that makes it great.
This card's fucking disgusting in a sideboard. Just it absolutely destroys people who rely on blue blockers. And I don't see a lot else here. I guess the Disperse is something. The Tormenting Voice is pretty weak.
I would just take Lightning Mare.
Okay. Another 2-drop for us
Maybe
too.
even main deck that, I don't know though.
Salvager. You want double cast? We could double cast Stone Quarry.
I think Salvager for like Sure Strike and Electrify. We're getting there, right? Essence Scatter, I don't know.
Yeah. What else can we bounce with that?
Heroic Reinforcements.
Heroic Reinforcements, yeah. Sure.
They won't see it coming the second time.
No, they fucking won't. They won't see it coming
Most
the first
people
time.
only play
Actually,
one of those, right?
I'd say they wouldn't see it coming the first time, but with the number of white splash lands we have in here, they're gonna see it coming.
Our deck, which plays Stone Quarry on the first 3 turns, yeah.
So that's a 2 in the wrong colors. That's a 3, and I'm
way to sacrifice Dragon Egg.
no. We have to
think
block
we
with
do.
it. So it's a dead card
I
if
think
it.
it's good enough even if we have to block with it.
Well, I don't think we're playing a
it probably is
second
in our
ogre.
deck. Yeah.
Yeah. You could put Invoke the Divine for the sideboard. Might be better than either of those. I do lose occasionally to artifact or enchantment based decks.
Do we have a deck right now, or do
Yes,
we
we-
need a Dragon Egg?
Yeah. We have a
Yeah,
deck.
we have a deck right now.
Yeah. All right. Invoke.
Sure.
Okay. You want an axe or a trumpet blast or a green blue duel? We have flyers. Axe is pretty good on flyers.
I want Trumpet Blast. We don't have any first strike, do we?
No, we have no first strike creatures.
Like no card draw either.
no card draw, and we have
And
only
we are
2
trying
token
to play
generators.
an Enigma Drake. Fuck. We might.
Want axe.
Yeah, we probably want Axe.
That card is the only time it's ever worked has been today versus us. I'd take divination for some card draw.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 1000% of the time take Divination there.
I would take.
Take Tormenting Voice.
You don't want planes? Like a mighty
Maybe
leap.
Play it.
Second uncomfortable chill, I guess.
I don't. I think that's getting cut, but we can play it, sure.
Trusty Pack Beast for our Sky Scanner. You want Crash Through for Trample and then Cycle? And triggered our Drake?
Not very much. Man, that's a sorcery. It's rough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want any of these cards.
Okay.
Then pick as you would like.
Would you like a 3/2?
Man, we have so many uncomfortable chills.
Yeah, I don't really want another uncomfortable. I don't really want a
What
3/2.
if we just had 5? Like, how could we lose?
Well, it'd make our Drake very large.
There are 3 more picks after this one.
It's old. You convinced me. Well, we can't get 5. We could double cast the uncomfortable chill on a sorcery, so only on our attack, not on their attack.
I don't really understand why double cast is still here, but I'm not sure that's very good in our deck.
Look what came out ahead of the land. Nice.
We might play a Crash 3.
I know. I know. All right. What's your prediction on this deck?
Like 2 and 2.
Okay. Let's take a look at what we're doing. So on a plus note, it's a lot easier to cut cards from this deck than it's been because there's just less playable cards. So that's kind of good.
How many
what
cards do we have in it right now?
46.
6 cuts.
They thought we needed a lot of planes too. So
Can we like cut 12 and stuff?
yeah, right. So how you feeling about Heroic Reinforcement? I'm seeing this as summon 2/1 white block, 2 1/1s for 1 or for 4 rather, which seems okay to me for what we're doing. I feel like we kill them with evasive creatures. That's how I feel like this deck kills them. You're gonna want to cut Pack
Siege
Beast.
Breaker Giant with first strike.
Yes.
Yes, we should cut Pack Beast for sure. Crash Through is not actually a good card, I don't think.
No. No.
I'm not sure about Lightning Mare. I think we can cast it. It's
What's the color breakdown?
We have short strikes as well. I think we can probably cast it.
I think it's a disgustingly good sideboard card. I don't know how good it is, just main deck.
I think it's main deckable here.
We'll put it in the maybe pile. 16 creatures right now. Curve looks like the middle finger. Is that what it's supposed to look like? Probably.
Ish.
Ish.
I think we can like drop a 5. Maybe the dragon.
I kind of hate.
Or maybe the serpent if you think the dragon's just better than the serpent anyway, even though it costs less.
Yeah. This will occasionally win you a game if you can get damage in earlier. I'm a bit worried about our flyers. We got 3 there, 1 over here. We've got 1 electrify. We have no none of the -6, -0 cards. I think we're fairly fucked on flyers. I guess we got another one there. I don't want to give up the dragon. I'm worried about our air. So I'll give up Serpent if you want. Also, we have no blocking creatures.
And Hostile Minotaur. I don't think that's a very good card here.
Yeah, I could see that.
Take that out. Heroic Reinforcements.
Can't tell if you're being sarcastic or not. I'm just going to assume you're not. Till you tell me otherwise.
An uncomfortable chill.
I would take out Lightning Mare over Uncomfortable Chill right now. I don't think we're often going to be able to play that in 2. I mean, it's decent. It's a decent card. I don't know. Maybe not. How do you feel about this motivator? Do you like this motivator?
Happy with the motivator.
Really? You feel like the motivator's good here? I don't feel like the motivator's anything here. All right, we're gonna keep motivator in.
What is your baseline for what a 1-drop should do? Or do you just not ever want a 1-drop?
I mostly don't want a 1-drop. I want it to give me 1 life per turn and be able to be sacrificed for a draw. That's what I want a 1-drop to do.
Okay.
What do you want it to do?
Like come down on turn 1 and then deal 7 damage or something is pretty fucking amazing.
The Rustwing Falcon does that. What you just described. That often does like 4 damage in a game. So Does this card have a place in our deck?
Probably not.
Are we trying to attack them on the ground?
No.
Do you want to put a pack
I thought
beast
that was
in
the
instead?
menace one, honestly.
No.
I don't much want to pack these.
We got a Sky Scanner. That's my
I still
favorite
can't
combo.
tell how many, like, I don't know how many cards we have to take out.
We're at 40 right
Well,
now.
We're at 40?
Yeah.
I would drop up planes for
Oh, I haven't done land yet at all. I absolutely
Yeah.
dropped planes too. We've got 4. We only are playing 2 white cards right now. We're keeping fucking Lightning Mare too, so we gotta get red mana
yeah,
here.
so mountain, I think.
We got
5,
9
6,
sources.
7 islands.
And 7 islands.
We're at 10 red and 7
We
islands
need blue
right
on 3, we need red on 2. Yeah, okay. 12, 13, 14, 17. A little short in blue sources. We got 7. You want one more
We
island?
are. It's difficult for us to play Jin and Salvager every time.
Probably don't want to play Salvager every time, but maybe.
I'm not sure that Tormenting Voice is not worth main decking here. Like maybe over an Uncomfortable Chill.
This costs us 2 cards to draw 2 cards. This costs us 1 card to draw 1 card and has a additional effect and can be played as an instant. Sure you're on Tormenting Voices side?
So you like discard the cards you don't want and then draw the cards you do want.
What cards are we doing that with?
With the way that you draw, like
Just
the
lands?
lands presumably.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Okay, well, we could start this as the main deck. Let's pay particular attention to how often we would rather have Uncomfortable Chill than Tormenting Voice, and vice versa, I guess. Again, like, I don't know. I feel like we're weak to air again with this deck. We're weak to ground too. We have almost no creatures with positive toughness to attack ratios. So air creatures trade pretty poorly with ground. I'm worried about.
We don't have green creatures.
Sure,
That's all.
but things like the Pack Beast, like with the positive, like I like 2/3s. I think 2/3s are super good for 3. And it's granted it's white, so it's kind of the wrong colors for us. But we also threw out our Minotaur, who I don't think is going to be any good as an attacker, but might actually be a blocker with 3 toughness. If we look at this deck right now.
Well, let's support him in one that's true.
Okay. All right, let's get started. Your prediction.